Most of you don't hold the door open unless it's for a woman. That's the only time you'll hold open the door. Me, I like holding the door open. I like being helpful. I like being useful. Now, one thing that I noticed from years and years of holding the door open for everyone, what did I notice? Men are far more likely to say thank you. Men are far more likely to stop if they've noticed that you held the door open for 5 people. A man is more likely to grab the door from you and say, go ahead, I've got it. When I'm going through a door and I open it up and there's somebody behind me, it doesn't matter who that somebody behind me is. Most of the time, I can't tell anything beyond the fact there's somebody behind me. No, I don't have eyes in the back of my head. We don't just beeline it straight and keep our heads straight when we're doing stuff. We're not robots. Some of us have very good situational awareness. That means we pay attention to where the fuck we are and what's going on around us. Now, I don't know how many times I've held a door open for a female. I have to say female because they're not all women. And they'll be having a conversation, don't even realize that you exist. You have just held the door open for them while they walk through without acknowledging your existence. This is what we have taught women to do. Men are expected to treat women in a way that women do not even try to treat us. How many women have held the door open for me? Not very many, but the ones that do, guess what I do? I do what a man is supposed to do. Say thank you. Why is only a man supposed to do that? Now, don't get me wrong, I have seen women hold the door open for another woman. I've also watched 2 women stand in front of the door at Starbucks for half an hour because neither one of them wanted to open the door for the other one. So you don't like her well enough to open the door for her, but you dislike her enough to stay outside and have a conversation in the cold weather without your coffee. Yeah, smart. It's kind of like dressing like a clown and wondering why people are laughing at you. Or dressing like a $2 hooker and wondering why it is that people are staring at you like you're a piece of meat. It ain't rocket science. You know what? If you go dressing like a fucking plumber and somebody starts telling you they need a plumber and you're not a fucking plumber, you'd think at some point it might register that maybe you shouldn't dress like a plumber. You don't want to get treated like a $2 hooker. Don't dress like a $2 hooker. You don't want to have to deal with inebriated men possibly touching your tushy. Don't go around inebriated men, and for certainly don't go getting inebriated yourself, because you're not going to make any better decisions than they are. However, as a woman, you get to play the, oh, well, I'm just a girl, I didn't know. Bullshit. When a man is in that situation, he's told he shouldn't have been there. When a woman's in that situation, it's a man's fault for not protecting her. We got a lot of women who want to, well, they can't agree on the color of shit, can they? We got a bunch of women who treat us like if we hold the door open for you, that we're being misogynistic. Then we've got a bunch of women who want to complain that men won't hold the door open anymore. Well, how about get the fuck away from us? Just leave us the fuck alone. How about you get the door your fucking self? How about you women decide what color shit is before you start shoving that shit on us? Am I supposed to hold the door open or not supposed to hold the door open? I don't give a fuck if it's chivalrous. It's not about chivalry. If it was about chivalry, I'd have to kill people. Do you know what chivalry is about? Most of it is about killing people. If somebody insults me, according to Bushido, as well as that whole chivalry thing, they're not much different. I would have to kill somebody. Yeah, that's right. Those were rules that were set in stone. In Japan, if you were a samurai and somebody walked in front of you while you were going down the street or insulted you, you were required to fucking dismember them. You were required, literally you were required to cut off their head. Now sure, chivalry isn't quite that bad, but it's not about holding doors open. So you want to sell that shit at us, like because you said it, it must be true, and therefore we owe you. But no, it's not. Chivalry is a bunch of bullshit. You want equality? Stop being expectational. When you expect us to do what you want right when you want it, and then you want to treat us like shit when you've lied to us for 7 months or more, and then you say, oh, I can't just drop everything I'm doing right when you want, every time you want it. I can't just be at your beck and call 24/7. Bitch, you have never been at my beck and fucking call. What the hell are you playing at, stupid? Holy shit, God bless America. Dear ladies, next time you want to fucking complain about a man, why don't you go hold a door at a local mall? Why don't you go to your local restaurant and wait till a family of 6 shows up? If there's a man there as head of the family, chances are pretty good that the woman who is there will also say thank you to you. That's one of the things about men being present when you have to interact with women that makes it less unpleasant. You know that you're less likely to get yelled at because you opened a fucking door for somebody. A man is more likely to be thankful and grateful because, you know what? We're the ones always holding the doors, not the ones getting the doors held open for us. I ain't your bitch and I don't owe you shit.